My 25F ex-boyfriend, 27M, left me for my best friend, 25F, and now they want me to be part of their wedding party. Any advice? My boyfriend broke up with me for my best friend Anna and admitted his cheating. Now they sent me their wedding invitation. I said no, but Anna's parents even called me, berating me for not supporting their daughter and asking me to let the past go. 3 years ago, Josh, my boyfriend of about 1.5 years, broke up with me because he had feelings for Anna, my best friend. We hung out a lot, and they said that they eventually developed feelings for one another. They admitted that Josh had been cheating on me. They made a fool out of me. They made me think that everything was okay when it was really not. If they admitted it at that time, I would have tried to be understanding and tried to support them, but they chose to lie. So I cut them both off. I focused on school and found a job with a good income. Josh and Anna tried to reach out to me at first, telling me that they still wanted to be friends, but I blocked them. Now, I am living in the town next to our hometown. I got a wonderful job opportunity, so I moved, but I liked that I was still close enough to visit my parents and other relatives. About a month ago, I heard about their wedding from a common friend. It didn't really bother me anymore, so I just went on with my life. A week ago, I received a message from Anna telling me that she and Josh were getting married and that they would like me to be a part of the wedding party. I replied, "Congratulations. No thank you." I had no feelings for Josh anymore, and I'm even seeing someone else, but I don't want to celebrate the wedding of two people who betrayed me. They were insistent. Josh also messaged me via a different number. Some of my friends also tried to convince me to come to the wedding. I firmly said no. Even my mom called me asking if I was going, and when I said no, she sounded disappointed, but she didn't push it. This is all just quite weird to me. Why would you want your ex-girlfriend / ex-best friend, the girl you cheated on, to be part of your wedding party? The day before yesterday, Anna's parents called me, telling me that they missed me and really hoped I could go to the wedding. I firmly said that I would not be going. Her mom berated me, saying that I should let bygones be bygones and that I should be happy for her daughter. I asked her if I cheated with Anna's boyfriend and then invited her to the wedding. Would she convince Anna to go? She had no answer to this, and I hung up. This is quite getting out of hand because I'm receiving more than 30 calls and texts a day from their friends and family about this wedding. Any advice on how to handle this? Also, any insights on why they want me to go to their wedding? I don't think it's normal that they are very insistent. Edit it. Hi, thank you so much for all the advice. I didn't think this would get so much attention. I just want to clarify a few things that I read about in the comments, so I'm very sorry that I have not yet read all of them. First of all, my mom is not going to the wedding, but I think she wants to go. That's why she was asking me if I was going. I'm going to talk to her after work. Anna messaged me with a different number. I don't know how she got my number. Also, my hometown is a small town, and most of our friends did know that I was cheated on. That's why this seems so weird to me. I did block the people who were very insistent, including the new numbers of Anna, Josh, and Anna's mom. Also, I keep blocking the people that text me about the wedding, but new numbers just keep popping up, which makes it more weird that people are actually making an effort to get new numbers just so I would attend an ex's wedding. I'm going to talk to a close friend who still lives in my hometown. She hates Anna for what she did to me, and she may know what's going on. That's all for now. Thank you so much for all the advice in the comments and messages. Relevant comments. Commenter: they want you at the wedding to help relieve their own guilt. They think it will make people think all is forgiven and forgotten, when in reality no one will ever trust these two people with their partners, or friends ever let them rot. And if people go on and on, cut contact with them too. Commenter: they just want you to make their betrayal look like a romantic comedy at their wedding. And it won't stop here. They will continually need op to consign their relationship so they don't look like bad people. They're not your friends. They want op as a prop. Edited to add, without op there at the wedding, they think there will be nothing but whispers about them cheating. But what will be people whispering is about how they're so pressed to have op there. The cheating must have been worse than they imagined. Commenter: OP should post on social media, publicly, something along the lines of, "I will not be attending ex-BFF and ex-BF's wedding. The reason for this is ex-BF was actively cheating on me with ex-BFF while we were dating. That is how their loving relationship started. I wish the happy couple all the best, but do not wish to be a part of this, as I have moved on, happily, with my life, and see no good reason for me to be there, as I no longer have any relationship with either of them. I hope one day they can move on with their lives and stop harassing me too. Let people have fun with that. Go full petty." Story 2. Story: snooped on my wife's phone and discovered she lied about a work meeting and was likely with a former male coworker. I caught my wife lying about having a late meeting after work, and it seems she was instead with a former male coworker. For the last couple months, she has been texting with her coworker often. It has mostly been about drama at her previous work, but I still find it suspicious that she stays in such close touch with him. They text almost every day. He used to give her a ride to work from the train station a few times each week, as he lived nearby the train station. A few weeks ago, I decided to look through her texts. In one message, he asked when she ended her work on Tuesdays, and he told her when his work ended. They planned a meeting for 3 days after our wedding. I was extra suspicious then, so I turned on the timeline feature of Google Maps on her phone, which maintains a map of where she goes. A day before the day they were planning to meet, she told me she would have a late meeting at work and asked if I could take her daughter to an after-school activity. The day following their scheduled meeting, I checked her phone when she was in the shower, and sure enough, she was never at her work that evening. She took a train to a nearby town where she used to work and had been there for a few hours. He lives in this town. I realize I invaded her privacy by looking through her messages, by making her phone track her location, and by checking her location history. But I had a bad feeling, and my intuition was right. She did, in fact, lie to me about her location, and then, based on her conversation, I assumed she met with her former coworker, just 3 days after we married. She has always told me she has nothing to hide, and that I can use her phone anytime. Maybe I am being too controlling. Of course, we are two independent people with individual lives, and we don't have to give each other details of everywhere we go and everything we do. But she did tell me she was going to a work meeting, yet she did not go. So to me, that is a lie. And, assuming she visited her former coworker, this was planned. I mean, if I told her I was going to go work in a cafe, and then I instead took a train to a nearby town, then met with a female friend, I would think she would feel insecure if she found out. Ada for snooping? Should I confront her? If so, how? Maybe ask her to show me her location history. I doubt she knows about the timeline feature. Relevant comments. Commenter. She lied to you to go meet up with a man. Repeat that as many times as you need to, into a mirror, until you realize the significance and implications of her behavior. Spoiler. At best, she lies to you and doesn't respect you, and at worst, she lies to you, doesn't respect you, and most likely has been cheating on you for quite a while. I would know. I was married to someone who had the exact same behavior. P.S. And don't you dare feel guilty about going through her phone. LOL, especially since she says she has nothing to hide and that you can look at it. My ex-wife said the same in a gambit that I'd fully trust her. Too bad for her, and lucky for me that I trusted my gut, checked, found evidence of cheating, and got out of that miserable, gaslit marriage. In my experience, the overwhelming percentage of people who say, you have no right to go through your spouse's phone, are either cheaters defending cheater behavior out of guilt, or obviously haven't been cheated on and lied to by a loved one. Yanta, and your wife certainly is for lying at the least. Story 3, new update. Ada for going to live with my aunt permanently, even though my mom raised me as a single mom and she moved a stranger in my house. Original post. I'm 16M, and my mom is my only parent and has raised me my whole life as a single mom. My father passed away when I was 6, but he left enough for us to live comfortably and for my education. I love my mom very much, and she loves me a lot. We lived our lives as a team. As I grew up, I started helping her with chores when I got back from school, and she was working. As I grew up, I started cooking for us and help us, and she would always appreciate it and hug me and cry, which also made me cry. But 2 months ago, my mom introduced me to her boyfriend. She told me and invited him for dinner, and he came with his daughter, who's 19. I wasn't really comfortable, and no matter how much my mom and he tried to strike a conversation, it was awkward. I had a discussion with my mom and asked a bunch of questions like, who is he, and how she met her, etc., but I left it at that. Since then, he kept visiting us every day for an hour or something for a week, but after 2 weeks he moved in with us. My mom told me that he's going to stay with us. I absolutely hated it. I told my mom that it's too soon, and he doesn't have to stay with me. My mom tried to convince me and said, give it a try, maybe I'll like him, but I never liked him. His daughter doesn't stay with us. She lives with her mom, but always comes around to visit us. And she's very friendly with me, and so is her dad, but I never liked them, and it's too soon and too much for me. And no matter what they tried or said, I either ignored them or just gave plain answers. He would always help me. He tries his best all the time to talk to me and be friendly with me. I said I don't want a father figure. He said he's not trying to become one. He's just trying to be friendly with me and help me with things. And his daughter also tries her best to converse with me and help me with my studies. But 2 days ago, I lost my cool when I saw a photo of him and my mom in my living room. I got angry and asked him what is the purpose of this. He and my mom said that they are getting married and he's going to be a part of her life. He said that he's not trying to hurt me or replace himself as my father, which is why he only hanged one frame with him and my mom, and far away from our other family photos with my dad. I said that you didn't belong here anyway, and you hang your photo in some other man's house because he's not around to say anything, and his son is a minor? You are pathetic. My mom got angry and we had a huge argument. I left and went to stay with my aunt and told her everything, and she was furious. She called my mom and said that she's going to fair, and I am going to live with her from now on. It's not just my mom's home, but it belongs to me as well, legally, and she can't just bring a stranger in a house shared with a minor, and she's going to take it to court. I told my aunt that I don't want to hurt my mom and let her live with that guy, and I will stay here if you allow it. She said, obviously I'm allowed. I said, once I turn 18 and access to the funds my father left for, I'll pay her back. She said it's not needed. She's doing it out of love for me. Now my mom has been calling me and crying, and I told her there won't be any legal action and just live your life and I'll stay with my aunt. But my mom says that she can't live without me, and I should at least give it a try to be with them, which I never gave, and always were rude to them when they were just trying to be friendly. Update. I posted yesterday my mom moved in her boyfriend in my house, which we both own half of, and after 2 weeks of introducing him to me, I didn't like living with a stranger in my own house, which was my father's before he passed away. I was pissed, but 2 days ago I left to live with my aunt. But after reading all the comments and thinking hard that he might be taking advantage of my mom even though he was nice to me, I was thinking so much, like why the fuck did I move out of my father's house? It's his house which he worked for, but his only son is out of his own house, but his wife is living with a stranger in it, while his own blood is not comfortable in his own home. That got me so angry I told my aunt everything that I was thinking, and she said that what I think is right. She thought the same, but didn't say anything because she wanted me to think for myself. And my father owned that house way before he married my mom, and he would be just as pissed as us if his own blood is out of the house he worked for, but some stranger is enjoying the benefits. Today I went straight to my home. My mom was very happy to see me and hugged me. I said I wanted to talk to him. My mom asked me to talk to her first, but I told her to wait. I went to him and asked him why is he living in my house. I told him to get out right now, and he said he wanted to just have a relationship with me and get to know me. I said I didn't want to know him. If you love my mom so much, take her to your place. He said that he wanted to, but my mom couldn't just leave me alone and insisted that he moved in with her. I said you didn't even ask for my permission. I own the house as well. You should have known enough about the woman you are taking advantage of. She owns half, but most of my father's money belongs to me, and all my mom has is half of his house and what she earns, which is not enough. So have some shame and stop being pathetic and get out of here. My mom interrupted and got angry at me and said that I'm beyond rude now. Why can I not just be polite to him? She told me that she has known him for 4 years now, and he himself is well off, not as much as my dad was, but still enough so he's not after money, and his daughter treats my mom as her second mother, so why can't I just get along? I told my mom that I didn't want a strange guy living in my dad's place. You wanted to be with him. I'm fine with that. You want to marry him, okay? But why are you forcing me to have any kind of relationship or want me to get along with him? Do I not have a choice in my life as to what I do and who to get along with? My mom got even more angry and said she hasn't raised me properly and said that I am not old enough to be in charge and I'm still under her care. I said, do you really want to fight me, Mom? Your own son over a man you met a few years ago? I told my mom that sure, so call the cops because I'm going to destroy everything in here, and I will explain to them that I'm not comfortable living with a stranger. If she wants to be with him, I'm fine with that, but he's not allowed to live in my father's house. I told her when I turn 18, which is a year and a half, and get access to my money, I will pay you and get ownership of my father's house, which is the most important thing in my life. After a lot of arguments with my mom, thankfully he said he was leaving and we could discuss it later. My mom started crying and said that I was ruining everything. I said I was not. Go live with him. I don't care, just not in my father's place. I didn't talk to her, no matter how much she tried to. I ignored her, and my mom came crying to me and said that she will end her relationship with him because she cannot lose me. I hugged her, which calmed her, so she went to sleep. Am I the asshole? Sure, I don't care. Is my mom allowed to remarry another man? Yes, but he is not allowed to stay at my father's place or any other stranger, even if it's a woman. And I am not going to be forced to have a stepfather or stepsister or any of that stupidity. Also, I missed my PC so damn much in these few days, so that was also my top priority. It is awful on mobile. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you liked our videos, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Have a wonderful day.